Homelessness for me and my family is not having something that is ours. So even if I'm living with someone or even if I'm in any type of area where I can sleep, it's not mine. No matter where we was, it still was pressure until I got something that was my own. In October of 2022, me and my kids, we drove to Minnesota, and my friend didn't want us to stay at his home anymore. So we ended up going to a hotel. This will be our 4th time, but we were homeless from the end of 2022 of October to the beginning of 2023 in May. And what really opened my eyes is when we had to sleep in our vehicle. We slept in there one time. And I was like, we're never doing this again. We can't use the bathroom, we can't get a shower. I was like, man, I really need to find, a resource for myself. So I just started reaching out to every county. When my kids got enrolled into a school, the counselors and the people they were helping, so I ended up getting a referral about solid ground. So it really was a connection of God blessing me because I didn't know where the help was gonna come from, but I knew that I couldn't quit.
Partnerships at Solid Ground are really important to the work that we do. We really couldn't do this work if we didn't have solid community partnerships and work within the community.
I have seen over 20 years the way that Solid Ground has helped so many families, breaking a cycle and just giving them confidence and skills and mental health support or academic support, any of that. And it's amazing what this one place right here in our community can do so much. It really has made a difference to a lot of kids.
Ariel is a story that came to Solid Ground through that partnership and work with White Bear Lake School District.
If it wasn't for you guys, I would have never kept the joy and the positivity. I would have never kept going, because when I got that support from you guys, the first thing I tell y'all are my aunties, y'all are my uncles, we are family. I've never had so much support. I've never had no one to not quit on me.
Solid Ground really prides itself on our ability to provide wraparound services to our families. Not only do we provide housing, we also provide services, which is the critical piece of ensuring a family is self-sufficient and can thrive once they graduate from our program. And so with Ariel, she was able to come in, work with the housing navigator to help her work with whatever housing challenges she may have had, as well as a family advocate to help her with her goal plans. And her children. They worked with our children's services staff to ensure that they had access to all of their academic support that they needed and be able to provide those resources to her during that time.
It's more than just a client and an advocate. It's a family thing for me. Any one of my kids that have met one of you guys, they always talk, hey mom, that's Crystal. Hey mom, that's Gina. Hey mom, that's, I love that. I want them to forget about the things that we had to go through, because we had to go through the dark steps in life in order for us to receive the light.
We were able to get Ariel connected in the community and get her into our housing program so she was stably housed. And right now today, Ariel is thriving, living in her new home in Washington County, and we are excited for her success.
I feel like I walked through a rainbow. It was a storm back here, and then I walked through and I was like, hey, I'm going here. So every time I wake up, I'm feeling great. My kids, they jumping around and flipping. We have a park outside. My 13-year-old is playing the ukulele. My middle child, who's 11, she is playing the piano. And my soon-to-be 5-year-old, I think she's a professional boxer at this point, because she just I'm seeing the growth in them. I'm seeing that they love where they at. So I'm not gonna change it for them, because they've been through enough. And I feel like the solid in the ground is me. So I'm gonna be solid, and I'm gonna stay solid.
Families are in this storm that they can't seem to get out of. And then you see Solid Ground within that, saying, I got you. I'm gonna help you find housing. I'm gonna find somewhere for you to stay temporarily so you and your kids no longer have to sleep in a car. And so we're that small ounce of hope in a storm that seems like there's no end to it.
When you feel like your back is against the wall, you're like, man, I don't have it anymore. I can't do it. So I feel like Solid Ground really did change my life. Solid Ground.